haven't seen it, is 100% all about the music and how the artist wrote the song and where the lyrics and the melody came from and where were you and what studio and what was the temperature like and how did the vibe happen and where were you emotionally when that song was written. And that's what the show is about. It's not about gossip. It's not about who you married last year and who cheated on who, and we actually don't care. It's a music show, and I was like, okay, I would totally watch the show. So by like the 4th or 5th episode of the first season, I was a little bit more comfortable, but not entirely. I was still very uncomfortable. And in between every segment, like when the artist, when Natalia goes to sing her song, when, okay, ladies and gentlemen, this, whatever, la primera canción. And I walk off set and there's Maurice. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. I need this and this from you. And I need this from you. The coaching through each episode, during each episode, before each segment. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a totally different job than me just giving a mic and I'll sing for 5 hours. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm adopted, and I was adopted as a newborn. And the cool part about that is my brother is also adopted, and he was from the same biological mom and dad. And then a year and a half later, they got a phone call like, hey, so that kid, yeah, your child is gonna have another brother. Same mom, same dad, and they don't wanna separate the boys if you're willing to take another son. So it's funny, the other day I was watching old home videos with my brother, and we came across this video. I was 4 years old and I had my sister's heels on and an umbrella in my hand, and I was singing Mary Poppins. And I remember that the way music made me feel was not normal. I always knew I wanted to be a singer. That is hands down, it's easier than talking to you right now for me to just start singing. It's like easier than breathing. But I had to put a lot of work into it, right? And there's a lot of self-acceptance, and sometimes it hurts, but be grateful that you have the ability to accept what you can't do, then stay away from it, and then try to focus on what you can do. Oof. I have to say Adele. Adele is somebody that I need on the show. I would do everything. I would give a limb to have her on the show, and just be able to talk to her in the same way that we do with every other artist, very intimately and organically, and see where her vibe, what happens with her a tiny audience. The only way in life for you to figure out what you can't do, like we said earlier, the only way in life for you to figure out what you can't do is to do it. Try it. The only way I know I don't look good in a cat suit, patent leather, is because one day I put that on and I was like, no ma'am, didn't look good, right? The only way you know that you don't look good as a blonde or with blue hair is to try it. And when you don't like it, then you take it off. But at least you tried it. And I don't ever run from an opportunity. I try it.